It's Sunday! Oh. I'm about to unfriend you if you keep inviting me to those random games. Sorry about that, but that's just not happening. Actually, I'm gonna probably end up doing that here in a moment. But what we're gonna go ahead and start off with today is get our last domination perfection run. We're gonna go ahead and use the golden one. I really prefer to use the normal, but we'll go ahead and go with Onyx because I've got a feeling. So we're gonna start off the stream as always, just getting a little bit of a warm up. And see if we can get this perfection rolling. First thing to do, check their scores. 625. Is that Cymanti? Cymanti and Zibazi? Cymanti and Quetzali? No, not Quetzali. That'd be 620. Unless Quetzali's in a corner. Zibazi. Yadak. It could be one of multiple tribes. But this is actually looking like a pretty solid start. Ooh. Kiku! Wait, Kiku? How do they already have 600? They should be starting off fishing, right? $400. Yeah, because they should be starting off with 500 points. I could be getting something wrong. Oh well. Because it starts off just 400. And then 100 for the extra. At this point, it doesn't matter too much. We're going to go ahead and pass turn one more time. Move on to both of these villages. Yep, there's Cymanti. So, this is honestly not that great of a start here. We have a village that wants to go organization, one village that wants us to go fishing, and of course our capital wants us to go hunting. We're going to go ahead and get the leveled up capital, get those extra resources. So we're playing against Cymanti. So it's very unlikely that we actually have crops. So that's another reason why we're not really incentivized to go farming. But we still got to pick up organizations so we can level up both these cities. Pass the turn. Pick up that organization. And then capture. Fruit. Hunt. Get ourselves an explorer rolling. That's rough, buddy. I was hoping to meet a player. That would have been nice. So how are we going to do this? We could build a bridge here, bridge here, bridge here, bridge here. More than likely, we're just going to get onto the water. So how are we going to quickly accelerate our economy? First things first, we're going to, of course, get that workshop. We're going to send this warrior up here just to discover what's on this tile. But also, we're going to go ahead and refresh chat on this thing so that way I can actually see a chat room. This is one heck of a rough start. Luckily, you pick up these ruins, but when we pick up the ruins, we're really going to want to grab fishing. 7. Actually, which we can go ahead and do next turn and start getting multiple cities leveled up again. So, despite it looking really rough, this isn't a terrible start. That was bad. This isn't a terrible start, fishing. Fish. 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 Resources. And pass the turn. Once again. Ruffador, you ain't wrong. Luxador always seems to have this kind of effect. Alrighty. So we intentionally picked up fishing to hopefully get to explore so we can see what Cymante's up to. And resources. We'll take that. Do we just pick up strategy here just to get defenders and start getting on that water? Start going for that naval superiority. How's it going, Dan R2C2? One, two, three, four, five. So I can connect these two, and I can level up my capital. Why? Why is my phone making noises? Alrighty. We're gonna go and put this port here, because that is very important. And pass the turn. That better not be one player killing another player. Okay, no, they're gonna be fine. In this case, we're gonna grab another defender. We're gonna just start moving this warrior over to the port. Should I just go ahead and level up the city? Fish, fruit, and port? Probably not. Which means that this warrior wants to go and just sits on the port instead. I say as, you know, I move it away. I think we're just at the point where we just need to save these resources. We're going to start off with sailing in order to get that extra vision. Upgrade scout. That is bad. Upgrade scout. That is no good. Turn ourselves a defender here. Pass the turn. Make it work on that killer monument. Oh, so it's Zabazi. I thought for some reason it did not look like Zabazi colors. There's a whole bunch of land up here. I might be able to get some free territory with this. But for now, we're going to go ahead and just be making these movements in order to claim this territory. And forestry. Lumberhot. Lumberhot. Super unit. Go ahead and claim that. Which means I can actually get another super unit on this city here. Simply with Park of Fortune. Would it be worth expanding the borders? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth expanding the borders. I was considering giant potential for getting mathematics and then trade, but the game's going to be over in 9 turns. We don't have time for all that. So, lumber halts, and we'll get ourselves that Park of Fortune. Population growth. Super unit. That is a fantastic turn for double giants. We still are on route for getting perfection. We're at 100%, and we are in a position to kill all the enemy tribes. Things are looking good. Move this defender here so we can claim this city. We're going to move this unit here in a position and get this kill here. Does Cymanti see us? We don't know if they see us or not. Yeah, they don't know about us yet. So what I could do is send them a peace treaty so that way I can actually start seeing what their opinion is. I'd rather... ooh, pirates. Hardy Heart. Navigation. Get ourselves those SARs. Let's get ourselves this bomber. And just start getting all these units into the water. Peace treaty rejected. That is perfectly fine, but we really just want to see their attitude towards us. They're afraid since we're dominating. But with where their attitude is on this entire chart, what we can do is we actually have the option to just pick up diplomacy and send them an embassy. And that would be enough in order to get Cymanti to declare peace with us, so we only have to worry about the players one at a time. Also, in the meantime, we'll be able to get additional stars. You know what? I'm actually going to go with this play. I'm going to go ahead and clear this forest here. Embassy. It also gives us vision over their capital so we can see what's going on. And last but not least, look at that. Even though they are still afraid of us because we're dominating, but our borders are not touching, so that part helps. And they also like the fact that we're attacking Zedbazi at the same time. So we're going to get about 4 turns worth of peace. But this will make it to where we can take out these AIs one at a time. And that is something we definitely need. We're going to go ahead and move this giant here. Move you into the water here. Go ahead and capture this here. I haven't even found a single lighthouse yet. Quite interesting. And we're going to take these AIs out one at a time. That is the way to do it. I could chop. Yeah, you know what? Our economy is good enough. Chop, 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 chop. Defender. So we just need units on the water. Peace treaty accepted. So understanding how AI attitudes works, you're able to manipulate them in a way. And look at that. The scariest tribe, or at least if another player is using them, is now our friend. And this now is, we could just take out everything one at a time. Perfect for us. Oh, this is a mistake on my part. Because I really want to upgrade this to a bomber. How much more? Just a little bit more. Just a wee little bit. Let's get this siege rolling. Yeah, so it was a minor misplay on our part. We can move you over here. And fish. Fish. Workshop for additional resources. Yeah, because this guy's stuck here. But we can start moving both of these bombers over, and we'll be doing just fine. Passing the turn. We don't need to keep these units here, so we're going to go ahead and start getting in position for unknown things. Move you over there. We're going to go ahead and put a port here. Fish! We have 5 turns in order to close out this game. We can definitely do it. You go here, you go here. We need to finish all of our actions before we end peace. But I just really didn't want to have any surprises. But it also helped improve our economy, because we've gotten about an additional 8 stars for spending 5. But it also ensured that they weren't going to be attacking us from behind, which, in my opinion, is a really big deal. Yeah, we can't level up the city at all. Try to be careful with our units. We're gonna move you here, move you here, move you over to here. Killer monument is complete. Dang. I have to upgrade this to a scout, and we have to put you here. We have to put you here just to weaken that so we don't lose our unit on this tile. What we can also now do is we can hunt fruit, get ourselves another giant. We still have 8 stars. We have 5 turns. Defender. This is probably the last couple defenders we're going to be spending. And next turn, we can break peace with Cymanti. Next turn or this turn? We'll wait one more turn. No! Where'd all these warriors come from? So we have to break peace with Cymanti this turn. We gotta go ahead and get roads. Road. Road. We gotta put you here. I expect that to work out a little differently. Yeehaw! Move you there. Move you over to there. Move you here. We need to make sure that we don't end our turn inside of their territory. We've got 5 health left. I need you to recover. Move you over here. Get that extra vision. Move you over here. Alright. So we should definitely be able to finish clearing this out, but that... I was too ambitious with that. Man, that was stupid of me. Alright. So we got the blue end turned, which means all of our units have finished moving. We are not inside Cymanti territory. So, sorry Cymanti. I hate to do this to ya, but I'm breaking the peace. I gotta win. What you doing? We're trying to get perfection. Unfortunately, I was too ambitious trying to siege this, because it turns out Zabazi had like 5 warriors hidden in the fog, so we lost our perfection. Oh, that hurts my soul. Alright, first things first. Get all of these. Looks like you have to restart. You can't get that much in 3 turns. Nah, we really can't. We'll be trying again next week, of course. But, yeah, that is just somewhat infuriating. Gonna go ahead and... once again, get a rammer in there. We're going to do everything I can to at least, you know, finish the run. Rush you over here just to secure this kill. But yeah. Typically, if you were doing it, as soon as that unit died, you restart. But we're going to go ahead and finish this up. We're going to pretend that didn't happen. And then we'll just try again next week. Do I just upgrade to a rammer and plant him right here? Should be fine, right? Do can 2 centipedes kill? Hold on. We're gonna do a quick calculate. Calculate is gonna be a centipede at 17. Centipede at 9. And then a defender. Rammer. Yeah, 2 centipedes can kill one. So we're going to avoid having 2 centipedes be able to hit it. I think the next best bet is we just move all these units closer, have you heal up. You're not going to be able to get there in time, so we're just going to have you get me extra pops. And go ahead and secure this siege. Oh, this is satisfying. Rush you right over to here. Move you over to here. Secure this kill. I don't think there's anything I need to claim or capture. So we have destroyed Zabazi. Get ourselves those resources. Ever wonder what does a bot do on their first turns without us looking? I actually kind of do. I forget all the stuff. Essentially, bots do cheat, though. Whole bunch of extra resources. Clathrus. Wow, okay. How am I gonna deal with the Dumugs? Network monument is complete. Road. Park. Because we should now have... How many monuments did I got? I got 2 monuments, so we're going to try to rush a giant out to be where I need it to be. It's going to be rough. It's going to be real rough. We're just gonna keep you there. But there's a chance I'm about to just get a knight and go for some night chain shenanigans. Pew! Pew! Hehehe! Alrighty. Need you to capture that right there. And before we capture, we're gonna go ahead and pick up Chivalry. 1, 2, 3, 4 forests. So we're definitely going to train ourselves a knight here. And we're going to train ourselves a knight here. Because we can build bridges! Oh shoot, we're a turn short. Oh wow, and that's their territory as well. Man, that's even rougher. Because I do have enough. We could just... Grand Bazaar. Gate of Power. How's it going, Zeke? Super unit. Disband this giant. Yeah, there's absolutely no way. Oh, we were a turn short. That is highly unfortunate. Bridge. Road. Road. One turn short. That's a massive bummer. That was really close, though. Is there anything I could have done differently? I don't think so. Well, I could have tried sieging this city a turn slower and let it fight for... Let everything resolve. That's the best thing I could have done. But I needed to have gotten knights in turn sooner, so... That way I would have been able to chain right in like we did. That was a pretty good run, though. Could have been one turn faster. We could have. 98%. We'll take it. If we were one turn faster, would that have been enough? I think not, right? I think it would still count as 99%. Oh well, we'll get them next time. Alrighty. So, the first game, we are still on the beta. Game version is 105, but it had an update. So, we're actually going to really quickly just jump into 0. I blame the instance of Warrior near the first reports. Yeah, that probably was it. So, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at the research tree, see if anything changed. Puffer looks cooler. I think they made the Puffer art look better. Just a little bit of cleaning up. Shark. Anything noteworthy? I'm just gonna click everything and take a look-see real fast, because there was an update. Tridents. Did Tridents go back? Nope, they still have Persist. 3 attack. What changed? I wonder if it was just a bug fix. Oh well. Multiplayer. We're gonna go and jump to the game as AQUARION. And check the Steam post. See, I'm trying to check the Steam post. Let me move away and then go back to it maybe. I'm not seeing a Steam post. Is there a way I could like force refresh on this page? Let's just go to store, have that load. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything, unfortunately. Good morning, Megu! I don't think this is a live game. Yes, this is a 24-hour game, so we got a little bit of time to think. But that also lets us have time to experiment. So, first things first, as always, train ourselves a mermaid. And then there's no new update, or it was just bugs. It may have just been a bug fix. Well, they also didn't make a post for the Puffer. The Puffer was a hidden update, and I had to update Polytopia again this morning when I got everything launched. Version 3 of AQUARION Beta, yeah. That's the biggest question, is what changed? I must know. We just moved this forward, right? Puffer V2? Yeah. Because the art looks a little bit better. That's the only thing I'm seeing for the Puffer. Now in version 3, its holds don't give pop. Oops. Sorry, we're on repeat. Maybe it's the atolls. Atolls got nerfed. Probably a good thing. Deep water moves to tier 2 tech. You're right! No, you're 100% right about that. That is probably, yeah, some balancing, some actual AQUARION nerfs. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and let our opponent take their turn. I mean, I know this one's a viewer, but I forget which viewer it is. Sharks are back down to 10 HP, still have Surprise, though. I think Surprise is fitting for Sharks. Well, we're gonna have to just experiment with it and see. The nicer thing about playing it, because this is not a small map, this is a normal-sized map, is we get more time to set up. There's more space between us. But it also means the games go by longer, which means more experimentation. So I think that's why they set up as a normal-sized map. Pass the turn. We are going to start off by picking up Organization. And again, our biggest objective is going to be to rush out a strong economy. I forgot to check. Is this a mirror match or no? No, it's not a mirror match. I pinged you in Discord with update changes. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hold on, that meme with the guy that has to squint really small. Jelly defense down to 2. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. Sad, that's probably a good thing. We're gonna start off with Organization. Yeah, organization. Dang, I was hoping for more farmland here, here, and here. Fruit. Fruit. And a workshop. Claim this city, and... Thank you very much, Rippy. That's very much appreciated. We'll go over the entire list here in just a moment. Yellow Billy is no more. They are named Jelly. Jelly. No. Fine. So, they absolutely nerfed the Yelly Belly. First off, the name is just not as cool. Moving you out over here. We don't need to claim this lighthouse yet. I'm in fact a fan of the name change. Yeah, it's easier to understand what it is. It was just the Yelly Belly was just fun to say. Well, I can't pick up any text, so we might as well just claim. I'd rather not be training another warrior, so I'm just going to pass the turn. But we'll discuss next turn a little bit. I think we should be heading towards fishing. Rippy is fun at parties. Fan of this name. It's fun at parties. Play nice in chat. But let's see. So the cheapest option is we go with riding, and then just start zipping riders out everywhere. I too felt it was a bit too silly, especially compared to the other unit names in the game. You're not wrong. It was nice. I think everybody enjoyed it to a degree, but it definitely would have gotten old fast. We're going to move out just to look for ruins. In fact, there's one right there. We're at 7, so we're going to go ahead and just pick up fishing, and we're just going to try to be as efficient with our economy as possible. I'm not quite ready to rush out and explore. We'll get an explore on this city over here. But we do need to consider an explorer in the nearby future. I will go ahead and claim these ruins. Oh, now that's right, aquaculture. May need to consider aqua crops. Does mean nothing for this. I can level up this city over here to level 3. Levels up this city. Looks like that's probably what we're going. The issue is I'm expanding somewhat slowly now. Ooh. So the new question is, do we just go ahead and get the shark? Attack. Surprise. They don't attack retaliate when I attack them. It's float on water. So this would actually be a pretty good spot for sharks. I have not a good enough economy. A cheaper solution is just get amphibians, but now only have one move on flooded terrain now. Oh right, because they took away creep. Sharks no longer have creep. Interesting. Jellies no longer have creep. Puffers no longer have creep. Interesting. Did they just get rid of the creep on all of them? Hold on, we're gonna have to open this in a browser. Right. AQUARION now gets less crop and more aqua crop. Fair enough. Adjusted ruin spawns. Fair enough. Bug fixes. Cloaks now deal damage again. Oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely a bug fix. You can no longer embark at heavy ports in wetland. Ports should not be connected through cities. Atolls should not... Oh, yeah, that was definitely a bug. Atolls should not connect to ports. Tentacles should not harm allies. Atolls no longer give a pop. Yellow Billy's renamed to Jelly. Jelly defense down to 2. Shark HP down to 10. Removed creep from Crab. I think they just removed creep from all AQUARION units. Ocean movement. Move to the marine life tech. So, honestly, I think all of these are good. There's one last thing that I think is required, and that is an ability specifically to say that it's waterborne. I don't know, like, give sharks waterborne. Give boats waterborne. Where waterborne is... Well, no, not boats, because boats can move onto land. But, like, just make it clear to a brand new player which units can move on water and which ones can't, or which ones are only stuck on water, because, like, the puffer, I almost guarantee you can only move on water or flooded tiles. But where does it say anywhere that this unit would be stuck to water tiles? It doesn't say that anywhere. Whereas we have this amphibian unit that also has float, can move on water, but can also move on land. I think, my opinion, just for clarity, that really needs to be done. Alright, so... But we're going to go back to the bigger question of which one are we going to take. So here's the options. If we're going sharks, there is a difference. Oh, for the... There's a difference... Yeah, because there's nothing here that says that this can't move on land. Alright, but... So here's our decisions that we have to decide on. Writing. This allowed me to get 2 amphibians right out the bat and start expanding outwards. It is going to be pretty darn weak to the Raichis that are going to be coming my way soon. Sharks, they're somewhat bulky. As long as I get the jump on the enemy, we should be fine. And that also gets me 1 step closer to the jellies for a good defensive position. But we're only barely having enough economy in order to afford that. Or we go a more economic route, which is way slower. My gut is telling me that we should be getting sharks. All boats have carry and they count as water units. Yeah, makes sense. What's the point? Yep. All right. For now, we're gonna go ahead and simply pass the turn because I'm gonna go the shark route. Bop-a-da-bop. First thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up the marine life technology, just in case I can get navigation for free. Ooh, pops! I'll take that. Resources! And then, as much as I really want to go ahead and just pick up aquaculture, I really want sharks. I think sharks are more important. Sharks are more important. I would love to have gotten Explore here, though. Our economy's okay enough where we can get a shark a turn. Ooh, they picked up climbing. Hooray. Alright, this is the past 5. This is the route I have chosen. And, yeah. Ha! We're dead. And, in the end, it didn't matter. The fact that sharks are worse than Raichi is a problem for me. Yeah. So let's go and just take a look. The Raichi have 15 HP. The shark's not really intended to be a tanky unit, though. That's what the jellies are for. But the jellies also had their defenses nerfed. Stat-wise, the sharks are completely outclassed. Yeah, we are dead. So, the only thing I can attempt is move back. It fills the same tech space. Yep, it does fill the same tech space. $8 cost unit, by the way. Yep. We're gonna attempt, but I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Yeah, no, they just body block and I just lose everything here. Well, I guess I should have trained a warrior. We'll go ahead and resign. Alright, so let's just check the... Yeah, the game's ended. Alright, that's a bummer. Honestly, I feel like Aquarion was nerfed a bit too hard by... Well, you also gotta remember that Aquarion has a weak early game. Especially compared to Cymanti. Alright, let's go ahead and save that replay. Because especially this kind of stuff is important to understand, like, the speed of the tribes. Cymanti OP. So, because we really want to compare the two. We already... Well, it's hard to compare the two because we already know Cymanti's early game. Especially because their economy is just bonkers. And I still believe that Cymanti should be nerfed. Well, the only thing I think that should be nerfed is Fungus. After that, Cymanti's fine. Let's save this replay. Day 6 beta. Oh wow, beta's been going on for nearly 2 months now. Time sure flies. Aquarion versus Cymanti. Normal. I always forget how to spell. I'm just gonna put Archie. And this one is versus I forget who is Axa. Is that Rippy? Alright. So we're just gonna take a quick look. Fungus immediately is able to get that level up. Typical good Cymanti spread. Are you gonna get that city leveled up? Ooh, you are. Ooh. So yeah, at this point, I'm just now getting one of my techs up. Six. Yeah. So nothing really changed with Aquarion's early game. They made it to where there's going to be a lot more aqua crops for Aquarion, but that's a tier 2 tech. I got lucky with fish. Possibly. I mean, you got a really nice spawn over here. But also, Aquarion has typical scarcity of resources. Yeah, this is just... it's somebody who actually has a good economy by turn 6 versus... I'm only at 8. Yeah. Yeah, and just at that point. So, would Riders have been better? Not really. Riders kind of just die to Raichi really, really fast. So this is more than likely the correct route. It's just our opponent had a really, really good spawn. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, fungus way too OP. They should. So fungus is way too cost effective. Because what they are still saying, even to this day, is they want to have a tribe. Was it a spawn win? No, not really, because the distance between villages was pretty much equal. It's really just Aquarion has really bad resource density, and Cymanti has fungus. Aquarion should have advantage on water, though. Yeah, they should have advantage on water. Well, no, Aquarion shouldn't have advantage on water. They should just have more flexibility on the water, which in turn would count as an advantage, but Aquarion should just have more water resources. They're the water tribe. Maybe Aquarion should be a turn 0 tribe with aquaculture. Maybe, if they're really pushing for aqua crops. A few Raichi decimated sharks. Probably not, but could be fun. Actually, aquaculture for Aquarion, especially if they're really insistent on that they should have a whole bunch of it. Since it's unique to... Because it's a resource that's unique to Aquarion, right? It doesn't spawn when Aquarion's not in the game. Then... yeah, maybe they should start off with aquaculture. And just become a turn 0 tribe. And then continue to have the scarcity of resources in... They need to revert the nerfs? Nah, I don't think they need to revert the nerfs. But now when shark bites, no retaliation. Yeah. Maybe Aquarion should be a turn 0. Shark bite. How is Mijuan okay with the state of Cymanti? I'm not sure everyone enjoys playing it. I'm not sure anyone enjoys playing against them. I mean, I have an okay time playing this. I like the fact that you actually have a different kind of strategy to play. I would like to have different strategy against all tribes. It's just, unfortunately, Cymanti is the only tribe where you really just go, oh, this is the best strategy to fight them. Because it helps games feel a little bit more different instead of going, alright, you're going to do the exact same thing no matter what. Raichi and sharks are like riders versus hexapods. The first hit wins. Not true. My shark got the first hit and I got absolutely decimated. Raichi are just better than sharks. Because also don't forget that if Cymanti is doing correct Cymanti stuff, Raichis can get boosted and then Raichis can one-shot a shark. One shark versus one Raichi. First hit wins. Nah, shark. It takes 2 hits from a shark to kill a Raichi, or boosted hits from a Raichi kills the shark. First hit against each other. 10 sharks versus 10 Raichi. Cymanti wins. Yes, that would be correct. Because, I mean, if we just did a whole line them up, and Cymanti would come out on top in that trade, just because of the boosted HP. Also, for some reason, the last shark I hit had 3 defense. If sharks still had 15 HP, it could have been more balanced. Yeah, if sharks had 15 HP, it'd be a little bit more balanced. So maybe that could be changed, but I like the idea that sharks aren't supposed to fill the same role as a rammer. Didn't die from Raichi at full health. Oh, no, because that Raichi wasn't boosted anymore. Your first time you hit with the Raichi, it was boosted. Honestly, I like how sharks are... Yeah, because when we get to... yeah, this point over here. Because boosted Raichi can one-shot him. Yeah. So in this case, he wasn't boosted this time. Whereas previously on Dragon Ball Z, he was boosted. I wonder why Polytopia is such a hard game to balance. The more asymmetry you include, the harder it's going to be to balance. But asymmetry can be very healthy for a game. And 100% balance really is never going to be obtained. It's just what balance is good enough. Now, despite me saying that Cymanti is fine, do I Do I think Cymancy shouldn't be nerfed? No, I really think it should just be the fungus. Their early game is way too strong. At least give sharks a chance. 10 HP is too low. Maybe. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and... do we want to see a normal game? Or do we want to go ahead and do more beta? Because this is technically day 6 of beta. So we've been doing the beta for quite a while. Because all I gotta do is just queue up against a random person, and I guarantee you that we're not gonna be on a beta game. Or we can just launch a... Would we be up for a beta game if you want? Sure, we'll go ahead and do that. You know what? I really want to try it again. We're gonna do another Drylands game. That's AQUARION. What could possibly go wrong? And invite link. Let me get this posted. Because Explode and Poison are strong? Yeah, they are, but you also are sacrificing 8 stars just to do that. Alright, we're gonna do more Drylands shenanigans. So, despite not winning at all yet, but I will also still blame all those on map wins. Exploding a dead unit is not wasted stars. They're not wasting stars, it's just you're spending that many stars just to accomplish this explosion. But a lot of times, explosions and like that can be the actual reason why you win a game. Alrighty. We got Megu in the game. We're going to do another Drylands game, because we really want to try to see how sieging onto land works. And the best way to do that is just got to play Drylands. See you after the game. Because don't forget, whenever you do the explosions, not only are you dealing damage to all the units, but you're poisoning them, removing all their defense, making it where you can clean up all the units pretty reliably. Ooh, versus Imo. And not even Imo, it's the Imo with the skin. We were playing against Dr. Mung. Who's Dr. Mung? Looks like our opponent spawned in the eastern corner. So we're going to go ahead and move out over there and then move our second unit here into the back. And exploding at least 2 units with the unit is worth far more than those stars, except the segments. Oh, I love exploding segments. Because also you get a fungus. Well, that is another thing, is don't forget, whenever you do an explosion, it either creates spores, which can turn into fungi, which are overpowered, or you can also get... Wow, this city is just really bad. Do I just pass it up? One, two... I really don't like this city. We're gonna move out. I really don't want that city. I'm just gonna lose it. My early game's gonna be weak enough already. Take city? I'm not gonna take that city. Fruit. Workshop. And pass the turn. We're gonna follow these fruit up here and try to claim here and then encompass. I'm gonna consider getting writing next. Make them fight you before movement. That's true. I always forget about that. Y'all are right. Cloak game? I don't think so. Neither of us are going to be leveling up our cities really quickly. But I don't think even by turn 5, like, unless he was here. No, sharks would be too expensive. Yeah, sharks are kind of expensive. I'm going to move you out over here and pass the turn. I'm going to go ahead and claim these ruins, unless there's a city right here. Amphibian, mermaid. Dang. I ain't gonna lie, this ain't looking good, but pass turn. You're so behind. Yeah, you ain't wrong. We're so behind. Also, a lot of mountains for some reason, right? We're gonna go ahead and roll, see what we get. I could get tridents right now, but kind of want to see if jellies would be good enough. No, they won't. My goodness. Yeah, I think we just need to go ahead and get tridents. Heal up. Why did they change the name of Yelly Belly? It's easier to comprehend. It was fun to say, but yeah, we're so behind. I may end up climbing myself here. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that city. Pass the turn. Jelly Belly would have been a compromise. True that. I've got no villages. Polytopia just says, nah, I should not be allowed to have fun. It's gonna be another one of those days, everybody. Strap in and take a drink. How many games are we gonna lose today? Also, please don't. I don't want you to die. Maybe there, maybe there. We have to assume that they're getting in position to take this city, right? I have to recover this. It seems like Venger Mountains, right? Favorite ship in FTL? I haven't played it, but I've watched like hours of it. I own the game. I just haven't played it yet. But I love it. It's such a wonderful game. I want to get a trident. We're gonna save our resources. Played it's great. I've considered playing it on stream. I have to claim this city. This rider's got to move because I'm about to absolutely destroy all this. Alright. Bot commands. Calculate. Trident. Versus Archer with defense. Oh, it lives with 1. Shame. But I can kill both. We're gonna go and hunt. 1, 2, 3. Resources. Forestry. Claim. And I'm just gonna get vision. Hunt. Fruit. I'm so behind. I have to go with resources, unfortunately. All right. This is the play I'm going with. You're not gonna kill it. You're just giving me an opportunity to... Oh, now they got roads. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Am I dead? I think I'm just dead here. Yeah, we're just dead here. Oh, well. I should trade a warrior. Safety warrior would have been nice. But, nah, we just got absolutely destroyed thanks to AQUARION's early game. I know it's basic, but Aquarium should have better resources, honestly. Yeah? Escape is greater than persist. It is, but I don't think that escape is a very healthy ability. Escape is not a healthy ability at all. I'll just restate all of the games. AQUARION versus... oh, shoot. Was it Chapeau? No, Chapeau's not it. It's... Toli. Versus Toli. Small drylands. This one's gonna be versus Megu. Imagine crabs with persist. Crabs have escape. Crabs have escape, yes. But they also only have a movement of 1. And they also can't use roads. Should crabs have escape? Probably not. But let's go ahead and just take a look at that map really fast. Yeah, it was just a rough game right here. Jeez. That is a... I just want to bring it to the attention of the court that this resource density is just not fair. I feel like there's a chance for Aquarion on dry lands if it was pre-beta V3 in my honest opinion. Yeah. Probably. But this is also just something that needs to be tested. Because if the community is pretty insistent that dry lands is going to be one of the main maps to be played, then all tribes should be able to perform within reasonable means equally on dry lands. We don't like the reduced farm spawn chance. I don't either. That actually was a massive nerf to Aquarion that I feel was not deserved. Are Tridents better than Knights? No. Well, Tridents serve a different purpose than Knights. I would say Knights are better, but also Knights are intended to be used on land. Tridents are the Knights of the water. Because they're not going to be able to persist and clear an entire map. A Knight can... I mean, you can see those posts on Reddit all the time of a Knight clearing an entire map. Just makes Aquarion even more hurt by resource density. Yeah. Yeah, no, they should not have, they should not have had the reduction. Alright, we'll put it up to a vote. I mean, I want to really see Aquarion perform. Maybe I should just do it on a normal size to get a better chance to get an economy rolling. Because I want to see puffers, and puffers are the best unit to be using on dry lands. But you also need a front line, which we couldn't get there. The problem with ranged persist is you can only kill a maximum of 8 units. False, you could technically kill the maximum amount's gonna be 24. Normal, larger. We're gonna do a normal. Large would be best. I mean, large is going to make the game last a really long time. We'll go with normal. But escape allows you to kill and live over and over again. We're going to do 24 hours, just so that way we have a chance to experiment. But we'll still play fast. Luckily, the people who typically play, even when we do set it to 24 hours, are good about playing fast, so... We'll set it to 24 hours just for experimenting. Dry lands, no mirror match, please. I do think that Aquarion's in an interesting spot right now, but I feel... Last patch, I felt like they were really strong. This patch, I actually feel like they're kind of weak so far. Mostly because Sharks, which is one of their original units, to just go, boom, oh, I got you. I think Sharks maybe should just have their price reduced. I don't know. I don't know the correct thing to do with Sharks. Maybe just either to 7 or 6 stars. I don't think they should cost 5. 5 is too strong. But they're not worth 8 stars. Yeah, I'm hoping they reverse these changes. So, we could talk about it. Before you leave, Megu, let's go ahead and just talk about these changes. I'm going to go ahead and save image as. I'm just going to put that there. So let's go ahead and talk about these changes really fast. Image. Add new source. Browse. Downloads. This one. Open. Done. Alright. Bigger. Come on. Bigger. 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 Alright, and then we also got to make sure my face is in front because that's how stuff's supposed to work. Alright, so small changes. I do think these are important. Shift. Alt? Nope. Alright, first off, as always, thanks to Thorius for all the hard work that you do, as well as Migi1 and the rest of the Migi1 team. I really don't like seems to be a push to make AQUARION ultra bad in early game, but really strong late. Why the Atoll changes? So, the Atoll had a way for you to just, for 5 stars, you were able to get, like, 3+ population by turn 6, which is really strong. I don't know, 5 stars for 3 population. Where have we heard that before? But Atolls were really, really strong in a lot of situations where you would just get a lot of pops in levels for just 5 stars. And then it would actually be, you'd buy an Atoll, and then you would be gaining, like, 10 stars. Now it's just a worse fungus. Debatable. You're still on average going to get about 2 stars, which is fair for an Atoll. But after that, each Atoll's generally going to give you only 1 or 2 pops on... Well, gotta remember, because an Atoll, when it makes a connection, it gives you 2 population, 1 on each city. So your first Atoll, from my experience, on average, is going to give you 4 pops for 5, which is pretty darn good. Let's... There we go. Not that one. And that's just in general really, really good. But every other Atoll you buy generally is you're spending 5 in order to get 2 pops, which is 1 in 2 separate cities. And not gonna lie, unfortunately, like, sorry guys, but that's actually technically balanced. It's just you're getting the pops in a different way. Mycelium, yeah. At least Cymancy version heals, yeah. Yelly Belly named to Jelly. That was a nerf, as everybody knows. Jelly defense down to 2. That is a nerf, but it's probably needed because if you look at one of the final games from the previous stream, where because notice they did not reduce how much damage tentacles do. So tentacles, like, our opponent threw a knight at us, and the knight nearly kills itself from full health, and then does almost no damage to the jelly. So, you know, tentacles are really, really strong. Honestly, the defense down is probably necessary. You just need to be smart about how to use jellies, which I'm currently not. Sharks HP reduced down to 10. They're trying to turn them into not a rammer equivalent. They're trying to make them as a surprise melee attacker, which I'm okay with that. But if they really want it to function like this, then they also need to have the ability to sneak past enemy units in order to do what a shark is thematically supposed to do. Because if you can't attack a shark when it hits you, then that means it's underwater, it's submerged, and you can't block it, which means that it's going to be it should ignore zone of control. Remove creep from crab as well as from jelly and sharks. And they technically also removed it from the puffer. The puffer had creep, if I remember correctly. So, pretty much they just removed creep from all AQUARION units. That is probably a smart thing, as it wasn't really healthy for how AQUARION was doing. They were pretty impressive on that. But it didn't the creep ability did open up some interesting combos between, like, Cymancy for team games that aren't supposed to exist, but they do anyways. And then ocean movement is moved to the marine life. Yeah, that's probably fine. So it's really a... Now, I'm not going to lie, I think a lot of these changes are good, but now Aquarion's weak and they need some assistance. I think they need some other buffs. Or at least the shark needs a buff at least, because it's not worth 8 stars. So that is all of that. We're going to go ahead and... Oop, my bad. Sorry, headphone users. I forget that that makes a noise when we go to remove an image. Simianity still feels like Aquarion teammates since they need flooded land for Raichi. Yeah, I still think it's an interesting combo. All right, we're going to go ahead and jump into the game. Boom. Once again, we are spawning in the corner, but I'm not in any rush to get it. Also, once again, it looks like that we are in a position to pick up organization. I don't know. It's just the early game of Aquarion feels really bad now. Where previously it felt alright, now it just feels really bad. And no tribe should have an early game that just feels terrible, because... Every tribe should be able to play every map size and still feel like it has a chance to win. I shouldn't have to go, oh, we're playing a larger map. I guess I'll just play Aquarion. Just noticed forks don't have escaping. Yeah, so that's actually been for a couple of patches. So Tridents, they have persist instead, you know, the same ability that Knights have. So instead of being able to retreat and be an insanely powerful unit that is unreachable and unkillable, they now have to go into a dangerous area in order to secure the kills, which it's... I think trying to remove escape from units is a smart play. Like, I don't... Actually, so here's my thing. I don't think a unit should be able to move 2+ spaces away with escape. Because that just... You can't really play around that. You have to be proactive and just not have units in reach. And especially for new players, I mean, you'll see that on Reddit all the time. It just feels bad, and nobody wants to feel bad. Maybe they should start with amphibians again. Somebody brought it up. I think it'd be appropriate for them to start off with aqua farms. Because that also gets them really, really close to aquatism, which for the aqua-based tribe is probably appropriate. We're going to go and capture both of these. And I'm actually going to explore with this city right over here. Why would you do this to me? Honestly, Shark would be balanced if it had the stats of the old Hexapod. Maybe. But I don't think they need to start off with amphibians. They even mentioned that when they were making that change, that was a temporary fix, and everybody knew that starting off with amphibians was not the answer. Man, if only I could get a bandit city from this one right over here. How's it going, Johnny? I don't think I've actually said hi to you coming in. Same thing with Bungle. How's it going? It's good to see everybody. I'm gonna move at least over to here. Fruit, fruit, fruit. Resources, fruit, fruit. Oh, missed. Fruit. Workshop. And pass the turn. By the way, so our opponent started off in the western corner of the map. Oh, man, I really don't like this city here. I think I'd rather head upwards to the city that's potentially here than claim this one, because I don't have any tech to level up this city. It just hurts. I feel like it just hurts me, so... Y'all could be screaming at y'all's monitors again. That's okay. I'm sorry, but I gotta go with my what my gut feeling is telling me is the correct play. Which, I guess maybe I should stop following the gut feeling, because I've been losing quite a bit lately. Oh my goodness. Already at 3,000. Beautiful. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and pick up farming. 1, 2, 3. Resources. Farm. Farm. Resources. Wow. The first atoll is now only 4 pops instead of 5. Maybe atoll should give auto flood to units on top. Like a boosted effect? Maybe! Or maybe have the same effect as Sanctuary of like every X number of turns and it floods a tile. That way I could just place it a toll here, and instead of using my units, I'm using... Well, I guess it would have to be here. But the tolls can't be placed on land. I don't know. We're gonna pass the turn. I love how everyone OD sleeping on fire dragons, the most overpowered unit in the game in my opinion. Well, I mean, dragons you invest a lot into, because Illyrion's economy when it comes to population is absolutely terrible. You're gonna be spending all of your stuff getting... Dang, I'm gonna have to pick up... Construction. Oh, I completely forgot about fertilize. Fruit. Fruit. Fire dragons are also limited. Hex spots are not. We gotta go with another explore. Oh, man. Not bad. Alright, I do need to start investing into an actual military. Pass the turn. So I'm thinking, I know it's dangerous, but I'm thinking about what to be going with. I think we just go with riders, and I just need to start spamming them out here. I really want to level this up. I really want to just level this up. I'm trying not to... Yeah, I think we just need to get the crab. That's going to be 15 of our stars, and at least this is 9. Yeah, we go ahead and just... We get the crab. Farm, farm. Population growth. I guess I could have expanded, but I'd rather just get the crab now. It's time for crab! Hmm. Do we go ahead and just level this up for a workshop with the monument? We definitely need to be using our monument this turn. So I can use it here to get a workshop. I mean, I could explore, but I don't think we need to explore here. We can get away with a workshop. I only need 2 to dominate. But we just need to improve the economy. Or I just go ahead and get additional resources here. Ooh. Which could then allow me to start getting at least a rider. That actually kind of sounds nicer. I think it's got to be the smarter play, right? We're gonna go ahead and place this Park of Fortune here. Resources. Writing. And then we get an amphibian back here. Pass the turn. Current sharks should cost 7 to simulate a warrior rammer. Probably. 7's probably a lot more appropriate. Because they're no longer as oppressive anymore. Crabs still only have a movement of 1, right? No, they have a movement of 2. They probably should no longer have escape, but... You can go here. You go here. Bop-a-bop. Alrighty. Let's get climbing. We're gonna move you right over to here and threaten a capture. It's about time we finally start playing this game correctly for once. Start spamming out a whole bunch of units and pass the turn. But also... you may want to consider going with mathematics just so I can get the puffer. If I want, I could attempt to wall up. Where are you heading? Yes. Wow. That's just mean. Alrighty. Good play, though. Which just gives me an incentive to go Tridents. Oh, Puffers would be perfect here. I can almost get another crab. Alright, we're going to start off with hunting. Hunt. Hunt. And if I explore, my gut's telling me it's just going to go up here, but I think I'm going to take that risk. Yes! Down, 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 no, no, no! Thank you, Explorer. Alright, Amphibian. You get to move here. Move you over here. Sharks can still get veterans, so their purpose is to counter scouts and get rewarded for it. I guess. It's just it doesn't feel good at all. Is the biggest issue. We need to set up to fight for this city. He's doing what he should and just focusing purely on economy. It's not fair. And a veteran swordsman. Ooh, and a mind bender. Okay, that's cute. I really don't want to be going tridents, because tridents are starting to look like it's the answer I should be going. But my opponent's starting to give me almost no choice. Crabs are better than giants in my opinion, just because they are harder to kill. Yeah. Move you here. Wow. I just want vision. Ah, I expected him to train a unit. He did not. Alright, amphibians. Alright, so how do we want to finish this turn? First thing is I do need units. But the units I got are just not going to be enough. I gotta figure out a way to deal with defenders, riders, and now mindbenders. Defenders can be destroyed by the puffer, so I should consider forestry. Riders are the trickiest bit. We have a lot of squishy attack units already. Yeah. So are we? So we're thinking just try to beeline navigation for jellies. Unless we get waterways to start trying to flood tiles. Spearing is tricky. It allows us to start dealing with defenders. We need a ranged unit just to deal with defenders, because he's planning on spamming them, so... I think we go ahead and just try to save our resources as much as possible for a turn. Do I go ahead and just... windmill for a pop? We can get a giant... Hey, we can get a crab at our capital. I think that's what we go ahead and do. Cheers is just... The resource investment in return is just bad. Get Rider for that ruin. Actually, I should really just get Riders. That's just what we're gonna do. We didn't even get construction with those farms, because it got us a giants here at this city, and now we have a crab that is on the loose. So it was really for our economy, but we also could fertilize. actually start applying a lot of pressure to Sippy. That's what I plan on doing. Yeah, it's a lot of defenders. So, he's going with multiple mind benders. But I really do need to focus on improving my economy. In this case, I just really needed units. Since he's got spamming out defenders, we need to stop spamming out amphibians. Yeah, so you can go over there. You can go over here for the flexibility. City's not guaranteed mine yet, but... Just gonna move you on back. Where do I put this crab? Right over there sounds good. All right, 25 stars. Auto flood is nice. Oh yeah, it is. Jellies are just really, really good against most of the things we're dealing with right now. The only thing that is, you know, not the greatest thing is against these mind benders. Really want to start heading up towards... Really want to start heading towards Puffers. One last option is start heading towards trade to get markets, because we do have a tier 3 tech for the windmill, and I am planning on heading towards mathematics. So I think, you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and get forestry. We gotta improve this economy. Hunt, and Lumberhot. Population growth. How much? We're really close to actually being able to just siege this city. In fact, if I train an amphibian here, we can potentially siege this city next turn. All we gotta do is chop this. So that's what we're gonna do. Who still hasn't moved? Oh, the warrior. They need to add that wait option. That would've been great. Alrighty. See, unfortunately, all these aqua units don't feel good enough for me to go, oh, sure, let me go in the fishing tech tree so that way I can use sharks on land. They just don't feel good enough at the current moment. I know if I got them, it'd be great, but it's such a huge investment I don't feel like I can afford at the moment. So, Until then, I'm going to try to keep improving the economy. Mathematics is so expensive. Yeah, our opponent's just improving the economy. Meanwhile, I'm attempting to be aggressive. Once he gets roads, your North Sturdy is toast. Yeah, you're right. Right now, none of his swordsmen can road over to my city, but he could probably accomplish a threat in a couple turns. He's actually really worried about this southern city down here, though. Watch out for mindbenders. He wants to do a mindbender play where if I siege with the crab, he then does a giant push, and because the crab attacks from this direction, it'll either go here, here, or here, and then he'll steal my crab. That's the play he's setting up for. Right, reduced movement on land. Crab can escape, though. What? Yeah. So, it can escape, but if I siege, and then end my turn, he'll want to create a giant here, which will then push my crab forward either to here or here. Which he will then steal with the Mindbender, because it can't escape on his turn. It can only escape on my turn. But, yeah, you're right for the whole idea that I could just move it away. We're gonna grab ruins. We're gonna grab ruins. Move you forward. Windmill? Okay, so yeah, we're not in the best spot. This unit can... We'll move you back just to be safe. You can then siege with another unit to use. Yeah, depends on which one I'm using with. Because I'd rather not have my crab take 8 damage, but that's probably the smartest play. Unfortunately, I really want my crab to survive as long as possible, though. The city's level 3. He's been using his monuments, though. Fertilize is burnt forest, but it's field tiles without forest. It's actually a buffed burnt forest, because you don't also have to go all the way over to spiritualism and grow the forest. So it costs 5 less in order to make a farm. Fruit. Lumber hots. Lumber hots. Resources. Do we just go strategy to get defenders? It doesn't feel good at all. Swordsmaids! We're super far away from swordsmaids. We can get a lumber hut and a windmill. Get ourselves another crab. It's expensive, but kind of feels necessary. I think I just gotta train an amphibian up here. If I train a warrior here, I lose the city. Looks like Tridentian game, actually. You're not wrong. I really don't want to... The issue is our opponent keeps playing in a way where the correct answer is more than likely just tridents. I want to play with the puffer, but that's the whole reason we're going drylands is, okay, I want to play with puffer. Or a puffer game. Yeah, it's just, I feel the puffer's not safe enough. Probably puffer. We'll go puffer. 2 fertilized farms in that city should give you another crap. Yeah, I keep looking at it, but it costs 20 stars to do that. I need to start moving back with the crab. That or just keep it on mountain tiles. Let it be annoying, but... we really need some good stuff in these ruins. Economy's just not good enough to keep up. I just need to get puffers and then start actually, that's probably the correct thing, is just get a puffer here and protect it. Slowly start circling my own city and then start pushing out. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for puffers because it's really expensive for us to get to spearing. Our aggressive play didn't pan out. And now we're just in a bad position where our opponent has a formidable wall that we can't overcome. I should have been playing more defensively and focusing on economy. Should have been. That's disgusting. That's not allowed. No. More swords. Even a swords for me. Works. Oh, man. Do we go ahead and just kill off this warrior? I'm going on. Never mind. It's not good enough. Yeah, so this city here is getting sieged. Really can't do much to stop that. I'd like to get the puffer. Because even if I get a defender, he's just gonna bop with riders, and then that's that. Do puffers have 4 attack? They still only have... Well, they do have 4 attack. We'll go ahead and get ourselves our first puffer. Bop. Move you over here. Secure this kill. So puffers are greater than catapults. Yeah. Hunt. Lumberhots. We gotta do border growth. It's gonna be slow. We can't force a another crab out over there really fast, so move you over there. Mermaid, and amphibian. It's not a good look when a tribe has strictly better version of a unit and then all other tribes except Siberian. Well, the puffer can't move on land. So if the opponent's good about pushing the land back, then the puffer can't move forward. So it needs a lot of support. But yeah, I kind of agree that it's never really that great whenever a unit just has a strictly better unit, which is what the Trident has always been for the longest time. Yeah, this crab's not looking so hot right now. We're just gonna move you on over there. Alrighty. You foolish fool. I now have my own. Man. What am I supposed to do here? My puffers just can't support any of my units. You don't have to move puffer since they have 3. You don't have to move them on land anyway since they have 3 range. You're not wrong on that, but... I'm going to get a mermaid defender here. I should have gotten defenders long ago. It's really the best I could do. But I do agree that, you know, strategically better units should not exist. It should always be strategically better. Also, you pair puffers with crabs. They have auto flood, so they get a path of flood tiles. Yeah. I'm really just trying to be able to get to navigation and get jellies, because jellies will be able to counter a lot of this that's being thrown my way. It's just I don't have a good enough economy. Maybe I should just get to trade, since I've got multiple windmills. Heck, even just one is good enough. If I can get enough puffers, I can defend my borders, and then that can buy me time. The issue is I need to be spending this time improving my economy, not playing a catch-up. I don't know why. The other thing is I was way too, insistence on trying to be aggressive on this city over here. Notice I've lost all the tempo in this direction when I should have just pulled back, improved my economy, and then got ranged units. Instead, I got a whole bunch of units, and I lost a lot of resources that way. I mean, the resources are still on the board. It's just... unfortunately, those resources kind of went to waste. Mego seems to have lost connection. Don't know if their game crashed or if they had to go, so we'll give them a little bit of time. It is interesting to see this trail of where the crab has been. I've forged my own river. That one's kind of fun. But I think the TLDR is AQUARION's early game is just way too slow and way too weak. And with how Polytopia games typically are, the tribe should be roughly equal by around turn 10. And I don't think AQUARION's in a position right now to have that. Of course, right now, again, we're playing on dry land, so it's literally AQUARION's worst map, but the whole reason why they have the flood ability is so they can play on dry lands and still be able to use their units. Unfortunately, a storm here took out the internet, sending this from my phone. That is a bummer. Alrighty, well, we already know that this game was not looking in our favor. was a... It's about to be like a 6 or 7-4 city game. If we could get enough puffers and defend, maybe. But yeah, sorry about this. That's okay. We'll go ahead and move on to another one. Thanks for the game. We'll finish that one another time. Mistakes were made. Oh my gosh, so many mistakes were made. I don't feel like I made really a lot of misplays. Just a... Well, the one misplay was being way too aggressive on a southern city that once defenders started popping out, there's no way I was taken out. I should have taken that out. I should have pulled back. Want to resume it next stream? Yeah, we'll resume it next stream. Alright. Let's attempt to play a Lakes game of AQUARION. And I doubt that we're actually going to get an opponent. We'll try playing one more game. Actually, we got an invitation. Hey, it's Rippy! We'll go and play one more. Alright, based on time, this is probably going to be the last game. And we'll see how this one goes. So this is a more neutral game of what it should be. 550. Oh shoot, is that Illyrion? Oh well. But yeah, so the last game of the beta to be playing around with the new stuff. Honestly, I feel like AQUARION's in a better spot, but they do feel underpowered at the moment. And when making a big update to a tribe, you should not have a tribe feel like they are honestly in a worse state than they were previously. Thematically, they're better. But, their early game is just way too weak. Oh, man. This is not good. This is not good at all. We're gonna go ahead and pick up fishing here. This should guide me to where I need to go. Absolutely nothing. Fantastic. Oops, 1K score lead. Probably means an explore happened. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do. This is fine. Yep, we're playing against Illyrion. So they spawned in the eastern corner of the map. If we can get sharks, and jellies, we should be fine, but we're playing against a tribe that starts off strong, mid-game weak, and then late game also strong. So we'll see if we can come back in the mid-game. It also really just depends on how good AQUARION's spawn is. As expected for the Explorer, you ain't wrong. Pass turn. I'm gonna make the safer play, and we're just gonna pick up this village. We also knew that we couldn't go into the deep water because of marine life's not picked up yet, so that part's fine. Ooh. Organization. We're gonna level up our capital. Get ourselves a workshop, improve that economy. Tanendo. We do have crops here, so let's keep our eye on that, but I don't think we're gonna win that race. Again, I can't pick up writers. I probably could, but there's no reason I should be picking up multiple texts just to get multiple cities to level 2. You should be picking up multiple texts to get multiple cities to level 3. The resource distribution just hurts. It hurts a lot. One thing to consider is what tech to pick up. Do we go ahead and just pick up marine life? Because aquaculture's only going to level up this city. This city's going to level up the exact same amount. This city's going to level up the exact same amount. I think we just pick up marine life. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and meet Delirion real fast. Explore. They are in the southern corner. Hey! We did find them. Another explore. That's not good. Pass the turn. With all this territory, I was expecting the Larion to be in a different position. Guarantee you they're roughly at 18 or 22 stars per turn already, though. Probably closer to 8. Actually, it's probably 18. So, turn 8, I'm we're just gonna take a guess. I think they have 18 stars per turn. We're gonna go back for these ruins. Pass the turn. Ew. I really need to steal this city back, if possible. I also got a city here as long as I can get my... They have another port, okay. They built a port here to level up this city. If I put you here, I can still hit everything I want. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then Shark here leaves us with 7 stars. Next turn, I can pick up Navigation, get 20. Start getting those jellies! Man, our economy's so bad. The smart thing is to keep this Polytar on this tile. We'll see. Ah. Okay. We're gonna fight for water spirit. Really not a fan of how weak Aquarion is in this third version. Almost feels like a badass pre-path of the ocean Aquarion. It kinda does, actually, not gonna lie. Sharks should be cheaper. Maybe 7. Literally just to be the rammer cost equivalent. Alrighty. Navigation! Now we can get these stars. And... grab a jelly! Pass the turn. Oh, jellies are fun. I'm sorry, I just enjoy jellies. Oh, no! Not cool! They got a rammer. Well, ain't that a shame? Dang. 2 rammers. Dang. Rip sharks? Yeah. Rip sharks. There you go. Get you trained. Jelly. Finally move you over there. And Lyrion is unbeatable on large plus maps. We'll see. Oh, man. This is why jellies are so good. It's a rammer counter. Dang, they're getting scouts. As they should. But since this is going to be a mostly water-based battle, I should be able to dominate this. I mean, the issue is I've lost the expansion game. Illyrion has that advantage. But, resources. That's invaluable. Okay, we're gonna move you here. I need better economy. What are we doing to fix this? Ooh, looks like nothing. I can get hunting. Hunt, fish. Could get a lost city in the east. I really want to so bad. Maybe I should just get a mermaid here just to slowly make my way over there. Doesn't feel good. Alright, pass the turn. Issues is I get too many jellies, all they're gonna do is just spam out scouts. This fills me with joy. Yeah, I lost the expansion game, and now I'm using expensive units to attempt to make a comeback. Not realistically feasible. Oh, man. Okay. We're just gonna move you here and just kill everything. Ooh. Shark. Jelly. Move down. Pass turn. Jelly did get cheaper, though. Did it? I thought it always cost 8. Pretty certain jelly always cost 8. Mm-hmm. Arg. Wasn't it 10 before? I don't believe so. Dang. Checking your last stream. Fair enough. Sure is. I just don't have an economy. I just don't have the economy. It's just... I'm not gonna lie, this just feels terrible. They're doing... My opponent's doing everything they should, which is just normal Illyrion stuff. I'm pretty sure it was always 8. Yeah, I'm pretty certain it was always 8. Yeah, I'm just getting overwhelmed here. Because I can only train 1 unit a turn. The units that I'm needing, I just don't have the economy to afford. And as Aquarion, I don't have an early game economy because they nerfed the early game economy by getting rid of crops. And that was their reliable route to go previously. Honestly, I think that the idea of just starting off agriculture is probably all they need. This city's lost. I can't protect it. Um... Forestry. Allow me to level up my capital. Lumberhaunt. Not sure if there's any real comeback here. Not realistically, no. No, no real comeback here. We'll train a mermaid, but we're way too far behind at this point. Early riding is the way. You can't afford it! In order to... So in order to be able to go riders, roughly all of your cities should be producing 2 to 3 stars a turn. The issue with AQUARION is you have to invest in other techs. Hunting, organization, fishing, maybe even forestry, depending on how bad it is, mining. You have to get, like, a resource per city just to level it up to level 2. I don't know if you've been seeing every single game we've been playing on stream, but that's essentially how it's been going. So, by the time you can pick up writing, if you get writing early, you can get maybe 1 writer a turn, and then you're in an even worse spot economically. It doesn't feel good at all. Yeah. There's no comeback on this one. They've got dragons. It was, well, oh, not that one. There we go. So, we'll take a look at the replay just to show what kind of problem we're dealing with. It's been the same thing in every single game. Illyrion. And this one's like, it was normal. Yeah, it was normal lakes. And this one's versus Ribby. So this is just Illyrion doing normal Illyrion stuff. They don't even have 3 cities, so they're just gonna get these ruins and get a swordsman. But turn 8. So remember, turn 8, I'm struggling at 10 stars a turn. No, it was like, I think it was less. So they're at 6. We're still at 2, 3. I can level it up. But at this point, just with how everything's looking, I want to get an explore, see which way we should go. In this case, sure, it backfired, but there's nothing here anyways. There's also one other hidden nerf with AQUARION is, since they have less resource density, you don't get to see resources towards other cities very easily anymore, just in general. So it's hard for you to find cities. Notice I'm wandering around kind of aimlessly with this warrior. That just feels bad. There's no hints from my point of view where I should have been going. So, 4 cities currently to 2. They're at 10 stars a turn, 11, 12, and I'm at 6. I could have gone... So right here, I did have the option to pick up aquaculture, and it would have leveled up 1 more city, just 1. That's another 1 tech for 1 extra star per turn, and it just feels bad. That would have put me at 9 stars a turn instead. So I'm at 10 now. Wait, no, I'm still at 9. Oh no, I had a lucky enough explorer to meet my opponent, so I got to level up over here. I just realized that Bleach AQUARION looks that way because unflooded. Yes. And one of ours has no flooded tiles. That is correct, Rippy. So we get to find that. Organization. So they're turn 8. We're gonna go and pick up that workshop. Ah, I was off by 2 because they were 1 star short. If they had 1 more star, our opponent would have had 18 stars a turn. My bad. They were only at 16. Versus my 10. And my cities just don't have resources. So, the biggest problem with AQUARION is just vinegar, but on water. That's unfortunately the best way I would describe this tribe right now, is it's just the water vinegar tribe. What I would like to see improved with AQUARION is toy around with the idea of maybe starting off with aquaculture as their starting tech, which then helps them actually get off the ground. It also is 1 step away from aquatism, which helps them secure the fact that they are the water tribe. I don't know. At this point, I'm a little salty for no good reason at all. I'm sorry, guys. We'll go ahead and try to finish up the game with Megu, so that way we'll always be starting off on a fresh slate. But it's just, their economy just feels bad. I got the jellies. The jellies felt great, but my opponent just had... Okay, so now 22... 23 stars a turn. By the time my jellies were starting to do what I want them to do, I'm still at 10 stars a turn. I can't get any techs. They're at 26. So, it's just... I'm being out... AQUARION has no way to recover economically. Their resource diversity is way too low. We're gonna go ahead and try to finish the game with Megu real fast. I feel you. I really feel like, and it saddens me in the direction the beta seems to be going in. No, it's just, it hurts. It's not even like the ruined cities they get are super. They are essentially a level 3 walled city that only produces 2 stars a turn. So by picking up the city, you're hurting your technology income because you need at least 3 stars a turn in order for that to balance out. And then ruined cities don't have guaranteed resources. You're more than likely going to have 0. Turn 11 Dragon Egg too. Yeah, that was pretty good Dragon Egg. Alright. Let's finish this last game. We're, of course, again in a disadvantage. Our economy isn't terrible, but we're not playing around with any of the AQUARION units, and all the units we have are weakened versions of what base tribes get. Except for Mermaid Defenders, I guess. They're the exact same. But at least our economy is... Well, our economy's worse than our opponent's again. That's because I was way too aggressive here. I should have been investing into my economy. Waterways may help. Actually, waterways doesn't even really help, unfortunately. We're gonna siege this city just to slow down the income for Pop in the best place ever with the defender bonus. Yes. AQUARION was originally one of my most favorite tribes when it first came out because of their uniqueness. Now they're actually becoming a more unique tribe besides just tridents. But I'm not gonna lie, I really wouldn't want to be playing AQUARION in their current state. We're fighting against an IMO, and we're getting decimated. Ooh. I'm assuming he's going to train a swordsman here. Yep. All right. So our main goal is to put ourselves in a much better position defensively. It's going to be really hard because we're being outproduced again, and turn 17, that's not a position you want to be. Alright, we'll give them the option to take our crab. It's at 5 health. The smarter thing would for them to be just kill it, but... Killer Monuments is complete. Mermaid Defender. We're gonna move this crab over here to protect it. Gotta move you there. And we're gonna hurt their income. We're just gonna trade. Move you here. We're gonna go ahead and move this here. Mostly to just bait it. If he attacks, then our puffer can attack. If he moves here to threaten the puffer, cool, we can do a crab push here. At least I think I can. Pretty certain I can. I could be wrong about that. Yeah, he took the crab! Alright. So there's the IMO crab. Actually, it looks really cool as that color. By the way, that's not the smart play. You just let the swordsman kill it. You just move the crab back here. But at this point, I'm just wanting to see other stuff. They have Mindbender so they can heal it faster. Oh, I know. But also, the crab has Auto Flood, which gives me the option to be using sharks and jellies. It's also a buff for my units, because unless... Oh, are you... Roads. Are roads able to be on flooded tiles now? Yeah, apparently roads can be on flooded tiles now. IMO crab looks invisible on Aquarion terrain. Means that the crab is doing exactly what it should. That's the defensive mechanic. See, the meanest thing Megu could do now is go, I stole your crab, and then pick up free spirit to eat the crab. Instead of healing it all the way up. Oh, so he doesn't no longer get destroyed by floods. Which is sad in my opinion. Yeah, no, that should be a thing. I don't think roads should be on flooded tiles. I think they should be destroyed. The defender did 5 damage? Oh, that's stupid. Way too much damage. Ah! Also, they can fill land on those tiles with defenders, since defenders usually waste movement. Yep. Oh, right, because they have a defensive 0, not defensive 1. Makes sense. Nah, road should go away because of... I don't get a boosted movement. I should be able to take away their boosted movement, but... how are we going to actually come back from this? Clear. Just more puffers. I mean, I love the look of these puffers, but notice I'm just spending all this time while my opponent's improving their economy. That was, well, we already know that's because I messed up and I should have been doing that turns ago instead, so I don't have the right to complain this time. That's why Exodas are still better than water catapults. Exodas actually have defense. Yeah, I don't think they should have defense. Exodas should not be having defense. Secures the kill. They should not be able to build roads on flooded tiles. This just feels bad. Is it confirmed flooded roads work though? I mean, you just saw it. Maybe they could be disabled until unflooded. That's not a terrible idea. So now I'm just gonna get roaded to death. I thought I had time. Did they get rid of the ability to use roads on the previous one? Alrighty. I don't have enough stars. I do. Okay, so you attack here. You attack here. I don't think there's any way for me to actually There, we'll kill one of the shamans. Mistake! Time for crab! That swordsman up there can road and kill the pup for 5 HP. You're right. Not too much I could do about it, though, unfortunately. Then we just need to kill you. Mermaid Defender. Yeah, and I'm just slowly gonna get surrounded. Alright. Pass the turn, I guess. Jellies would be pretty good in this situation. Not like insanely good, but they would be pretty darn good in this current situation. They would buy me time and help protect the puffers, which is really what I need, but 28, 36 stars. I'd be waiting 3 turns. Disgusting. Looks like I'm about to lose another city. As long as this puffer can keep getting kills. It doesn't have any kills. Jelly's not good enough here, in my opinion. Apart from needing 3 techs, they get killed by 2 swordsmen. Yeah, but they also really slow down swordsmen, but you're right. Alrighty. You, I need you to do this. You, I need you to do this. You, I need you to do this. And another puffer. Cool. We'll pass the turn. Oh, they got a knight. I didn't realize they got a knight. Oh well. We're gonna go and just resign there. The game's over. Puffer high pressurized water blast. Yeah, I mean, I think the puffers are fine. The sharks need a buff. It's just everything costs way too much. You... Right. There we go. So that's the final game right there. It's going to be Aquarion versus totally normal dry lands. And then versus Megu. Now, that game was very much appreciated, but it really shows one of the biggest flaws is that Aquarion just doesn't have resources for a proper economy. Can you test something? Since puffers can attack land without units, do you think it can kill an invisible cloak there? Oh, it can. I mean, we could, if you want, we could definitely test it, but I guarantee you that they could kill invisible cloaks. We'll go ahead and just do that. Turn off autofocus. Or do they just reveal it? No, since they're attacking the tile, they're gonna kill it. We could definitely test it though. What's Megu's game ID? Let's see. Yeah, so that was a rough start for us. I should have held on to the city a little better. So we actually had a pretty decent early game economy. But the biggest question is, by turn 10, where are we both at? IMO's at 13. 5 cities. Nope, 16. Versus 18. So I actually had a superior early game economy just because I managed to rush the crab. But near this point where everything was really mattering, our opponent had better resource diversity, so they could actually level up all their cities. Village density is a problem too. Yeah. But village density is just map RNG, and that's for all tribes. I don't think this was really a map win. It's just I invested way too many resources trying to overcome defenders when I should have been investing into either my archery, into puffers, chivalry. I made the wrong call right here. Because what turn was it? Yeah, so turn 12, I spent a lot of resources just spamming out units in all the cities. That is 15 resources that could have gone into improving my economy and heading towards a unit to actually counter what I was about to deal with. I should have gone forestry mathematics right then and there. But, we could definitely test out the... We're just gonna do dry lands. Small... Alright. Axa! You're up! Let's get this tested. Heck, if you want, just pick, Quetzali or whatever, or just a tribe to rush cloaks. I think Trident's gonna be good there. Not sure how doable it would have been. Well, since they don't have escape, I would have needed better protection. But I think Puffers, because of their range of 3, would have been a better choice. Alright, so this one's on a slightly smaller map, and we're just gonna rush out the... That is hilarious. Just rush the economy. Let's switch to tutorial music. There we go. Wonder who would win in such a spawn in an actual game? Good question. Fruit. Fruit. Workshop. Looks like I'm picking up climbing this game. I'm just gonna get a workshop, or we're just rushing decks. I'll place the cloak north of my only defender. Alrighty. Climbing. Dang. That cloak done me dirty. Look at that. That's rough. Something good? resources. Just pass. Oh, thank goodness, resources. We don't even have to, Alright. So, cloak is on this tile right here. Dead. You heard it. That's a dead unit. There we go. Delete. And we'll save that. So that way, if you guys want to share the science... Again, Midge1 should also have a draw feature, just so that way, you know, for people who care about their... I don't care too much about my ELO. For 6... Aquarium, let's see... The actual question is Puffer versus Cloak. Does it kill science? But the reason why I already was assuming it was going to be yes is splash damage. Does splash damage kill a cloak? Yes, it does. And then we'll just do T instead of versus. We're going to do TY Rippy. There you go. So it works. Interesting. That could be useful for Aquarion in certain situations. We're just going to switch to Quetzal's point of view exclusively. I didn't realize what you were asking my in-game name is. Yeah. So we can see the cloak right over here. And then look at that. There you go. So it kills, just for those of you who were interested in that sort of question, that does stay consistent with all the other forms of damage, like splash damage and all that. So you could actually snipe, if you were that paranoid of cloaks, you could snipe them with your puffers. But realistically, you should be spamming out riders and you'll be fine. Alrighty. Oh, that is an interesting way that the land generates. Huh. I like how it's not perfectly flat, but interesting. Alrighty, so with it, that is going to go ahead and do. I'm glad that is thing. There have been times when I've wanted to do that with the normal catapult, right? So with that, oops, I accidentally clicked the wrong thing. That's pretty much going to do it for today. The consensus of version 3 of the Aquarion beta, they nerfed it to where farms are less likely to be available, and aqua crops are more available, which is a massive nerf to Aquarion. Drylands, that means that, okay, they just get flat out less resources. And it's sort of like Kiku Drylands. Do you know how many people actually enjoy Kiku Drylands? A lot of people, because Kiku's got some pretty good resource density. But all tribes should feel like they have an equal chance on Drylands. And on top of that, I'm guessing since it wasn't announced in these patch updates, it was in the previous one, that roads are no longer destroyed. Roads should not be usable on flooded lands. Bridges, sure, maybe. I don't know. Bridges should be able to, if you can flood a bridge, I guess. Do aqua crops work with windmills yet? No, they do not. So, another nerf. But it's just, right now, it feels really bad to play Aquarion. Their income is just absolutely terrible. And the one unit that helped carry them to that endgame was Tridents. Because Tridents were... Not gonna lie, they were overpowered. Would be the ability to have a ranged attack to one-shot most units and then flee and be outside of the enemy range, yeah, tridents were great. But that's no longer a thing now. They now have persist. So how do you get to the late game as Aquarion? Do you just rush defenders, maybe? Is that the correct answer? Like, not gonna lie, that just feels bad, because then you get out-expanded. And don't even get me in on that talk, because I want to rush out Riders. That's one of the most reliable ways in the early game to out-expand your opponent and get enough cities so that we have a good enough economy and production to, you know, fight and do whatever the heck you need to do. It also allows you to be flexible because Riders have the escape ability. Instead of getting rid of escape from Tridents, maybe they should consider the idea of having escape on there, but reworking the escape ability itself. I do feel like Aquarion wants defenders much of the time as a beta v3. Yeah, based off of what I was just seeing, I think that's the correct option. Play is just, you're gonna most reliably be starting off getting organization. As literally every game, my first tech was organization. That's just the best, the most reliable way to get to level 2 on most cities, and then only level 2 on most cities. But then defenders would help you defend and, you know, get to whatever you need to do and build up and buy time. The issue is you have to invest in so many resources. It's kind of the same spot that they're pretty much, I would say they are the equivalent of Venger. I would love to see the actual numbers for the percentages. Venger's definitely worse, of course, but it feels almost as if I'm playing Venger whenever I'm playing Aquarion, but with cool water units. I don't know. Today and yet last week have left a pretty nasty taste about how Aquarion's feeling. Well, last week they felt good. I just played bad, but today really made Aquarion just feel like if Aquarion released as they are right now, I would not be as excited. And I was super like, hey, everybody, you know, try to get the Aquarion tribe. But unless I'm sponsored, then, you know, I'll be all like, yeah, everyone get Aquarion. It's great. But, you know, which is really sad. I wish they would go in a more balanced direction with the tribe. No, they should be more balanced. Maybe because Aquarion has no starting tech. Maybe. I really think it's because of their resource diversity. What they really probably should do is give them aqua crops as their starting tech. Because, not gonna lie, it feels bad picking up aqua crops. They just have no synergy with anything else. Maybe that's the other thing, is A, start them off with aqua crops, then they have a reliable, you know, they become a tier 0 tribe with that. It's not a terrible option. And because, especially like on dry lands, it's not gonna break it. You're not breaking Aquarion on dry lands like that. In fact, it's probably putting them in a more balanced position. So, Midgy1, I know you don't really listen to much of what I say, but I forgot who had that idea. Maybe consider looking into putting it in a similar situation that Illyrion should be, which is strong early. Well, not strong. Like, maybe okay early game, okay mid, and then strong late game instead of just feels bad throughout the entire thing. And if you get to the very late game, totally losing games, looking for content, but please win more. So I don't even feel like today was that great for content. Losing's perfectly fine if you can learn something from it. What am I supposed to learn? What are we supposed to learn from this? That's the important thing. I learned that Aquarion just has bad resources. They were equivalent to one of the lower economic tribes, IMO, on dry lands because of that. We learned that Aquarion is currently set. Yeah, that's unfortunately what I've learned. I don't really feel like there's many actions I could have done. The only other action I could have done in the other game was be less aggressive, but if you're not being aggressive, you're letting your opponent take the initiative, and I did not have the unit composition to play defensively. I'm sorry, it's just none of it was there. And if I play defensively, my opponent gets more cities than me, and then I just lose due to production. Now I'm going to put my foot down. Being aggressive was the correct play. Today I learned that the Wire Tribe is not as good as no water map. I think they should have a disadvantage on the land-based map, but I feel like it shouldn't be as huge a disadvantage. The real reason I'm playing on dry lands, here's the biggest reason. A, it's for content, but the biggest reason why we're playing on dry lands is to experiment with the puffer. The puffer is the perfect unit on a dry lands based map because of the drench ability. But in every single one of those games, I never had enough economy to get to the puffer. I was never in a position to use the puffer. It's just maybe they should be getting more forests. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. Maybe there should be more forests. Those Raichi tore him up. I lost on the water map too, because Raichi just one-shot me. Because sharks were too weak. I got the first hit and they got destroyed. Every single game. Yeah, more kelp would be cool. Maybe that's what's needed. Maybe they just need more forests. If they're gonna put their foot down that this is what they want, maybe to help them on land-based maps and all the maps, give them more forests. I don't know. We're just throwing ideas out there. But I'm not the one that's doing the balance. I'm just somebody who... Today did not feel good. I'm sorry, guys. So next week will be better. If they're in the same spot, I'm probably just gonna play some normal games instead of playing AQUARION. I want to play AQUARION so bad. I want to give them all the love and support that they deserve. Especially since this entire update's all about AQUARION, but with where they currently are sitting, if it's the same next week, I'm probably just gonna play normal tribes. Yeah, so current setup, not even sure they're best on water maps. They're not. They don't have an economy. They have to get aqua farms, which takes too long. Because since they improved the percentage of aqua farms, it's going to lower the percentage of fish, which means they don't have the economy to get 2 techs to get aqua farms. Here, you know what? We're going to go back, exit a menu, new game, creative, AQUARION, pick. Let's just do archipelago. Small, just real fast. Look at this. In order for me to be able to get everything I need, I first have to get organization. Here, we're gonna speedrun this. You can go here, mermaid. You go here, you go here. Alright, so I got lucky on this one, kinda. Not really. We go fishing here, fishing here. Workshop, I'm not even gonna explore. What is this? Nice. Aquaculture. Oops. Aquaculture. Alright, Aqua Farm. Alright, turn 6. Turn 6, I'm getting a city leveled up. Do you know where we would be on turn 7? Riders should be fighting each other. As it is, mermaids are too slow, the fish units are too weak, and the economy is horrible. Yeah, right now it just feels like AQUARION's missing everything. Like, here would be the time for me to explore and find my opponent. Cool. Got a pop. There's a decent chance I would have been able to find my opponent if they were over here. But, if I don't have to worry at all about what my opponent is doing, this is an okay spawn. But that is a very concerning set of words that I just said there. At this moment, I should already be having riders, which When I was getting aquaculture, that's when I should be picking up writing. And then I should be able to level up multiple cities, at least to level 2. And then be struggling on an okay economy, but doing okay. Like, AQUARION's early game is just bad. I can pick up organization here. One, two, three. Here, we're just gonna finish getting this level 10. Alright, turn 10. 2 crabs. Not too bad. But that is me actively, like, so here's the question. Should we be avoiding just picking up amphibians? Because all those other games, I was trying to get amphibians early just so I could fight in the early game. At this point, my opponent is now fighting me and killing off my units. Is that worth it? But as my opinion, that's not worth the trade-off. It's a really bad trade-off to be having. This is a good economy, but I sacrifice expansion, and that is the first way to lose games. It also could just be that I've been having bad map RNG all day, but I don't know. I don't know. That's where I'm gonna just set it. Is turn 10, 19 stars on this map isn't terrible. But that is me actively avoiding writing. Notice, we have no military techs. Next turn, I can't even pick up marine life just to get sharks. I gotta get units to support. Alright, waterways. Oh, man, if only I had forestry. Could have gotten away with a really good, there. Turn 10 super units. Oof. Yeah, no, that would have been good. But the average spawn I've been getting, like, that's super units, but I am avoiding amphibians. And if my opponent was, like, here in the south already pressuring me, then I'd be dead. Most tribes can do earlier. Yeah. Yeah, most tribes can do earlier. Who knows, like, how much military I'm having to avoid. I don't know. It needs more. I think it would just need more playing around with. Now I'm just playing around. Atoll goes here. Capture. Oops. I guess we gotta put an atoll here and make that connection. Mistake! So basically, AQUARION late game map tribe. I don't think so. Because their sharks aren't beefy enough to be a tank. Their jellies aren't beefy enough to be a tank. Like, I think the idea is defenders are still going to be your frontline defensive unit that could be anywhere. The sharks is just supposed to be an assassin. Jellies are supposed to be something to be, like, night control and prevent your enemy from just swarming with riders. Puffers feel fine. I so badly just want them to be good. But, like, this is turn 14. By turn 14, we're fighting to see like, if we who can establish kind of control over these center map tiles, and they're using their own super units, and these super units don't have support at all. Aqua farm. Aqua farm. I'm just building just because I want to build it up. Is this one good enough to make all the connections? Show Mario that. I guess that's one more thing we're going to test really fast, because someone was asking about construction. Pretty certain. So, we'll see if this gives 1 or 2. It gives 2. They interact with aqua farms now. Wait, so I should be able to... They gave that back. Windmill? Oh, okay. We're this is just on an infinite mode. There's no opponents. Where's your opponent? Yeah, there's no opponent. This is just me going like, okay, we're just gonna see how quickly we can get it, but we completely forego amphibian just so we can rush aquaculture. Yeah, this is a creative game. But that is not realistic. That is not realistic at all for a tribe to assume. It's like, oh no, I'm gonna be perfectly fine. Yeah. I think if they really want the aqua crops to be one of the main things, they should probably start off with aqua crops. Or they should just give them something better for dry lands. They should improve the feeling of AQUARION on dry lands maps. Not to make them, you know, overpowered, but like, let them have a fighting chance. Alrighty. That's enough. I've got so much salt that I could cook some food with this, so. Overall, I think AQUARION needs a little bit more love before being released. I don't think they're in a healthy state at all. Especially for playing against some of the main tribes you're going to be fighting against just randomly on multiplayer. Nobody's going to want to go, oh, AQUARION, cool, this cool fish tribe, and then go on multiplayer and then get crushed by bugs, get crushed by ponies. Kiku would probably still destroy them as well. Just... We're playing against Daimon. We should have had a much better chance against them than we did. I think that's gonna go ahead and do it for today. Hopefully some changes happen between now and then. Hopefully some changes happen before next week, because I'll be thinking about it throughout the entire week. But if AQUARION's in the exact same state they are now, I might just play normal games and take a break from AQUARION. So, look what AQUARION has done. We were at 16. Alrighty. That's enough. Thank you all so much for stopping by. Y'all all stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of y'all's day. Normally I like to say I hope y'all learned something, but there wasn't really much to have learned on all these games today. If people buy the fish tribe, they would play water maps. Unlikely. I mean, what if you got a friend who's like, hey, let's play Drylands? Like, okay, cool, I got a cool fish-based tribe. you know, not everybody could go, oh, well, fish can't be on land. They would assume, like, oh, well, all tribes should be able to play on the map, right? That should be fine. So, again, I should really just write down a list of things that needs to be done. Notepad. You know what? Notepad. Notepad. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna... yeah, sure, save that one. Nah, don't save that one. Just close it. Don't save. Close this. Close that JSON file. Close this .ini file. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and bring up a window. So, window... Notepad. Add source. Boom. Interesting. Alright. Well, for some reason, Window's going to be pretty large. So, list of changes that I personally... Oh, man. It got worse. But why? Alright. So, things that I would want to see different. Clarity for water units not being able to go onto land. So, ability called waterborne. This unit only travel on water tiles. So that's thing number one, is give some clarity for new players to understand, especially with AQUARION, where all their units have the exact same float ability, yet some abilities can go on land, some can't. This is important. Else people are going to have to just be guessing, go, oh, let me figure this out. So they need this clarity. AQUARION needs early game love to not be useless until turn 14. Most tribes should be able to engage in combat and still eco up by turn 7. That one is important. Every single tribe you got should be able to like pick up riders, expand correctly, and still improve their economy, and at least in a balanced way. But with AQUARION in their current state, it feels like that you either have to go all or nothing one way or another. Oof, you know what? We're gonna make this window even smaller, and then make this even larger. There, we'll just do that. Alrighty, so AQUARION needs early game love not to feel useless until turn 14. What else are we having? Sharks are too expensive. They are no longer worth 8 stars. Should be more realistically 7 stars, or the more generous 6. Cymanti fungi should cost 7 stars. Nothing to do with AQUARION. Yeah, so sorry. Just I've done the math. It should cost 7 stars. Heck, or 6. At least 6. But 5 is too cheap. 5 is too cheap. But they should have to make the decision of, do they get fungus on turn 0, on turn 1, or do they get a warrior? Now me, I would get a warrior turn 1 and then save 2 stars. It should not, let's see, the ability already exists, it's called navigation. Raichi has it. Oh, really? Technically, I think the navigation's separate from whatever the fish units have. It should not, it should at most start at level 0, not at that. Not a bad idea. I think that even starting level 0 is too cheap. It's basically, you'd be saying like, okay, well, Illyrian economy on the mid game is fine. It's not. You give Illyrian 4 cities right next to each other. Okay, cool. All they got to do is spam out sanctuaries, and they already have like 38 stars by turn 10, just because of sanctuaries. It's not okay. So. I would basically say it's like that. I think it should just cost more. I'm okay with they slow it down too, but my goodness, just slow Symancy down. Make them have to choose between their stuff, not the exact same thing. I think there was some other thing. Let's see, cause do creative. Alright, so let's take a look at Raichi. Navigate. This you can move in any terrain. No, so navigate something different. This unit can move in any terrain, even if you don't have the tech needed to move there. So that's what that tech is. You have a choice of getting a warrior turn 1 or saving for a second fungi, right? But this is not the ability. This does not say that this unit can only move on water tiles. There should be more clarity. I don't care if it's, you know, too many abilities. That's what the abilities are there for, is to give keywords. Give them waterborne. That's all you need. Just call it waterborne. Right. But what else is needed for just Aquarion? Either better resources, or start off with props. Sharks and jellies can move on cities too. They can move on cities. Notepad is blocking the screen. That's fine. We're back on Notepad anyways. But yeah, so navigate does not say that it can only move on water. But Raichi can move on to cities too, so perhaps it's just an ability that says only move on water tiles. Or cities. I think those are all the really important stuff. Is clarity. They give the waterborne ability. Aquarion needs early game love. Their early game economy is just too terrible. You sacrifice an early game military, which just means you just lose the game, and that is not okay. Sharks are too expensive. Realistically, they should be 7 stars. Despite jellies getting the nerf, I think that they're better. They're actually worth 8 stars now. It's just they're not as overpowered. Here's the most important one. Polytopia should have custom colors. Players should be allowed to choose their tribe color either in tribe select or as a favorite color option in your profile. Oops. What else? Now that we're adding more than just AQUARION. Please stop turning back on auto. What's it called? It's always in all the replays, because I always have to turn it off. Autofocus. If I wanted it on, I'd leave it on. What else we got? By the way, so even this favorite color thing is not an easy thing to patch, but I still believe that is. This one is an easy thing to patch. This one is also an easy thing to patch. Just change some numbers. This one is an easy thing to patch. Change some numbers or change the starting tech. This one is... I don't know how good the object-oriented programming is in Polytopia. But I would assume adding new abilities is pretty simple, so this should be an easy thing to add. Especially since all it is just a descriptor, so. I think that's everything. Cause, yeah, this, but, these are also my opinions. Also my opinion, some minty fungi should cost more. Color favorite. I personally think you should just be able to choose a favorite color. Just imagine. So here, just picture this. This is not the first time I've mentioned it. What if you go to profile and like you could choose the background color for your guy. Now the edit, I think you should just be able to design this out of all the selection stuff, but then you could choose the background color behind your icon. What that allows you to do is select what color your tribe is going to be when getting into game. Because especially since we have a lot of especially since we have, you know, the team games for the online competitive community, I bet you people would want to go, hey, we're on Team Plague, we should be playing as greens. Hey, we're on team... I have no idea what other teams there are. Rules for the server. What are all the teams? Team Propaganda. Nope, that's not going to be it. Where's going to be all the rules for the server? Rules for games. Where's the list of teams? Oh well. Server announcements. Like the Jets, they should be able to play as pink. Or red. Or blue. Or just whatever. But, yeah. Oh, actually, so I need to hide it. So let's go ahead and hide Notepad real fast. So if you go to Profile, you can modify your portrait. That's, you know, that's who cares too much about that? We really don't need the ability to design this. I would love it so that way I can, on both of my devices, make them look the same. But, you should be able to then, like, click down, like, over here, like, favorite color, and it'll change the color behind your character portrait. But also that favorite color will get used primarily for your tribe. Heck, make it a paid upgrade. I don't care! Make it a paid upgrade! I'd love to pay a single dollar to unlock the ability to choose my tribe color. Only $1. Anything past $1, and I'm sorry, you're asking for too much. But, I really want this AQUARION update to be good. I loved AQUARION when it first came out. And I really want this update to be successful. but Aquarion should not feel terrible in the early game. Else you're just gonna... Do you know what a lot of people are going to do? They're going to go to new game, Dryland, heck, Dryland Tiny. Even with Aquarion, they might end up trying that. Like, I want to try this, and then out of habit, they're going to go Dryland Tiny, boom. And then they're going to play against a Cymancy and get absolutely destroyed. But if they don't play against the Cymancy, they're still going to get destroyed because they have no resources available to them. Okay, new game. Creative. Aquarion. Pick. Dryland. Tiny. Go. Heck, I paid $1 per color. Maybe. Like, look at this. So, this. You're going to go over here. Shoot, I don't know which way to go, so I'm gonna go diagonally. That was the wrong way to go. We're gonna follow here. We're gonna follow here. Some colors look so nice on a certain tribe. Here, you know, exits menu. New game. Creative. Aquarion. One opponent. Crazy. Go. Look at that. If my opponent trains a rider here, then I already lose this exchange and I've just lost the game. Actually, I've still lost it. Mermaid. Killed by Cymancy. You've earned the new trophy. Bugged, killed by Cymancy 100 times. Thanks, A-Tuck. I love the new badges. They're my favorite. The heck? Turn 7. I got knighted by Omaji. I'm gonna lose a bot game. That is hilarious. I love it. I'm just gonna pick this up. Mine. That is a crazy buff, right? They also then failed to use the knights correctly, so you know I get to survive. But knighted. I still got the knight's back. If I save my stars, I can get swordsman starting next turn. Oh, never mind, I'm dead. Oh, never mind, I'm not dead, because the AI doesn't know how to play. Oh man, I'm so lucky. I'm just trying to see if I can even have a chance to win this. Schwarzman. Aquarion is so bad that they give bots plus 10 stars at the beginning of the pain of losing a shorter. I need to leave that mermaid there. You gotta go here, swordsman. I don't even know if I can beat this. We're gonna try. Killer monument is complete. I got knighted by the bot. That is just crazy. We're gonna level you up. Bop-a-da-bop. Secure this kill. Mine. Explore. Might work out for me. That works out great for me. Swordsman. We need to heal the veteran up. Swordsman. Okay, I was actually afraid we were just gonna lose this game as AQUARION. Show like just how bad they are. Oh man. Looks like we're doing. They got another. Got another knight. Hunt. 1, 2. That's not what I wanted to do. That was a misclick. Oh well. Not the end of the world, just the end of my career. To win against Crazy Bot, you must become Venger. Yep. Works for me. Amazing, right? Sad. Filled with such sedge. Wait, now you can create ports and flooded tiles? Yes! Yes, you can. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and place a forge here. Workshop. Mine. Resources. Mine. Population growth. Super units. Which means there's an additional reason to fight against those people on the Reddit thread that want to get rid of the fishing tech line on dry land. Yeah, but if we get rid of fishing, then how in the heck am I supposed to build a port as AQUARION? I love it. Wow. Okay. That is, one heck of a game, I guess. Forge. Resources. Grass turn. Market. There we go. Forge. Market. Lumber huts. Super unit. Alrighty, well, I managed to win it. But, that's really just because that the AI made dumb decisions. There was that turn where they could have night chained and killed me. Yeah. The fact that you had to struggle is yes. It is very telling. Oh yeah, we don't, the game doesn't end by capturing the capital. Let's get that fixed. Destroy. Oh, I can't destroy that either. But yes, no, that was definitely a struggle. It was a fun struggle, but I should be toying with the AI, not the other way around. The AI tried toying with me and they got punished. Forge. Market. I'm not gonna lie though, it is fun to just like as Polaris, it is fun to just flood everything up. I am having fun with that. So that feels good. Let's get a puffer. Sawmill. Lumber huts. Mine. Mine. Forge. Ah. Okay. Yeah. Time to, time to close that out. Oh, that was rough. So AQUARION needs just this fixed. I literally could just be they start off with aquaculture and aqua farms, which on dry lands would mean they would have one tile that gives them aqua crops, but it would at least give them what they would need in order to be able to compete on dry lands just fine. Or at least in my opinion, because they'd be starting off, you know, with 4 stars a turn, like the other tribes, and then they'd go whatever is necessary. Either riders, another tech in order to level things up. Whatever they have to do. I recommend they try out aqua farms instead of going with more forestry. But I'm not the designer. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. It's been a rough 4 hours. AQUARION looks cool, but it does not feel good to play them at all. The puffer, I think, is just fine. No adjustments are necessary there. But the sharks got a little too over-nerfed. They are no longer worth 8 stars. Because these stats are not enough for them to do what they need to do on the water. As well as because you would have your sharks be losing trades to the units they're supposed to counter. So they should maybe cost at least 7. Jellies, I think, are fine for their cost. I think 8 is okay for the jellies. They're a little bit of a better spot. They do what they need to do. But yeah, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Oops. That's right, it's an infinite game. So, with that, thank you all so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Hopefully some changes happen for Aquarion before the reworks fully released. But yeah, so just hold your breath and see y'all again next time.